Every day, my research and my experience becomes more advanced, but my training philosophy is simple. To create explosive rotational power, we need to load and explode. In each episode, we are going to use my 3 keys to unlocking explosive rotational power: sequencing, segmental stabilization, and the pelvic powerhouse. I'm Jason Glass, and this is the Jason Glass Performance Lab. Hey, welcome to the Jason Glass Performance Lab. I'm Jason Glass. I'm so excited to have you guys here today because we have a fantastic show lined up for you. What we want in our golf swing is to take all the energy from our lower body and transfer it to my golf club so we can hit the ball farther. I know you want to hit the ball farther, we all do. So we got to be able to transfer energy from one segment to the next to maximize our distance in our golf club. Now, I've got a great experiment to share with you. Make sure you use your safety goggles at home while attempting this. Let's think of this medicine ball here as my lower body. The tennis ball is my upper body. You can see the balls didn't bounce very high. But I put those 2 parts together. Wow! Now we're transferring energy. All the energy from the lower body transferred into the upper body. Well, we want the same thing to occur in your golf game. If we could transfer all that energy and have that same effect into our golf club, now we're talking magic. I'm going to share with you today my 2 favorite pelvic powerhouse exercises. Just don't tell anyone or share them with them. Keep it to yourself. The first one I love. It's called a 180-degree load and explode. I started using this with my professional snowboarders because they have to be able to load and explode and spin at really high rates. But what I found was when I started doing it with golfers, they had the same result. Even though their feet never left the ground, they were still able to generate that same explosive rotational power from their pelvis. Now from here, I'm just going to load and jump 180 degrees. Now you can see here, my upper body's rotating, but it's being led with my lower body. My lower body is driving my hips to create rotation. If we want to make it a little bit harder, and I really recommend you use a large platform, we can actually jump up a platform, 180 degrees back down, and then jump up again. Looks like this. If you try doing that exercise and just using your upper body, you'll see that you don't spin very quickly. But if you initiate the move with your lower body, wham! You feel like you're going to spin 360 degrees with very little effort. Whew! You can hear there, I'm out of breath. Just this 5 or 6 jumps creates so much anaerobic power in my body that it actually takes my breath away. The next exercise I'm going to show you is a 180-degree kettlebell swing. This is my second favorite exercise for creating pelvic powerhouse rotation. So I take my kettlebell and I start with my regular swings. 2-handed swing. Now I take that same movement, driving with my hips, pop, and I go right over the top. Now, if my timing is right, the kettlebell just flies freely over my head, and I turn 180 degrees. Now comes the tricky part. As the weight comes down, I have to decelerate and handle the accelerated kettlebell flying between my legs. I have to handle the load, drive it back up in the air, turn 180 degrees again. I'm going to share with you today a concept called gather. The concept of gather is about gathering energy and taking it through the golf ball to create a powerful swing and get that ball as far as you can down the fairway. Now, we know that the sequence of the golf swing starts with the club moving first, then my arms, then my thorax, then my hips. The downswing is the exact opposite. Hips move first, then my thorax, then my arms, and lastly, the golf club. But what happens in between is called the transition. Now let's take this bag, for example. When I start at the bottom of my swing at address, this bag is empty. Now when I get back to impact, I want this bag to be full of as much energy as I can. So I'm going to fill this bag up with energy at the transition point of my backswing. That transition point is my opportunity to gather up as much energy as possible and take all that energy back down to the ball. The way I do that is by creating a big stretch through my obliques. When I get a stretch through my obliques and I start the transition of my downswing, my pelvis moves first and it gathers up all that elastic energy and it brings it all the way back through impact. If you want to increase power in your golf swing, take the concept of gather and gather up as much energy as you can and put all that energy right through the ball and create more power in your golf swing. Hi everyone, I'm Jason Glass from the Jason Glass Performance Lab. I will be speaking at the World Golf Fitness Summit 2010. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you my 3 keys to unlocking explosive rotational power. I'll see you there.